Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179. And he'll be facing the one and only Josh Taylor, 177 centimeter reach. He weighed in at 64 kilos, and he stands 178 centimeters tall.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican legend, the middleweight, the super middleweight, the light heavyweight who fights out of Guadalajara, Mexico. Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor, one of the best fighters in the history of the United Kingdom and certainly out of Scotland, the undisputed light welterweight champion of the world.
As soon as the bell goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a 4-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez. Fighting out of the blue corner, a boxing sensation from Scotland, a hard-hitting, undisputed 140-pound champion of the world, Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
This is it. This is that place. This is that fight venue. This is the place where the action happens.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. These two fighters are made for one another. Caution being thrown to the wind. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Caught him with that power punch. There's a scoring blow. They're giving us a high-tempo show. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Great counter right hand there. Talk about Alvarez. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar. back.
Here we go for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
There's a counter shot. That one will count. The score with that left hand. He misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twist. Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right, concentrate.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you. And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. Talk about Alvarez. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
He's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Punch lands. These two fighters are made for one another. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. And these shots, even if they land, are going to do no damage. Do you believe what we are seeing? Much better game plan here. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
It's code red time now for Josh Taylor. That was the moment. Will the referee stop it? And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. A good body shot will paralyze you, and as you can see here, that's exactly what happened. Let's talk about Alvarez. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now, they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him.
One of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced is in trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Good counter left hand there. This is all hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back. These two were made for each other. He misses with that jab. This could be the end. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's code red time now for Josh Taylor.
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
Let's talk about Alvarez. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
And he misses with that jab. Trying to answer back. Whoa, and you saw the balance go. The knees, the foundation, rocked. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
A script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Good counter punch. And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. And there it is, the knockdown punch we knew was coming. Let's watch that again and replay from a different angle. Let's talk about Alvarez. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
This is the beginning of round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know you want to shake your leg. And that's here away from getting stopped.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Todd, we know one of these fights can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
That punch landed. There's a right hand. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And a counter left. Good punch. Nice counter punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. Oh, and just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay? Let's talk about Alvarez. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
And there's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock someone...
One of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced is in trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire. Both men step back for just a moment. They exchange punches. Whoa, wait a minute. What a shot. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again. We hear that. It's code red time now for Josh Taylor. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. How did they not go down?
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
And we may see an early stoppage here. Down goes Josh Taylor. And that body shot folded him like an old t-shirt. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. And the referee will begin the count. 10 seconds to get up. I don't see any movement here. It looks like this one's going to be over. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it. You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
Welcome to the... Up first, it's Ryan King Rye Garcia, one of the most famous boxers the world over, the fastest hands in the game. They call him Flash. Vasily Lomachenko, one of the most technically skilled fighters in all of boxing. No one moves around the ring like Lomachenko.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Rye Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the two-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous three-division champion of the world, Vasily Lomachenko.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
This place is like a coliseum. When it's packed out, the fans are there. You can hear their punches. You can smell the sweat. The heat is second to none.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. No power in those punches. He threw the hook, didn't land. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything, can break a man or make a man.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Beautiful counter shot. Trying to answer back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up. Body in it. Be smart. Change your angle. Go out there and finish it. He's ready.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. And he fails to score with that left hook. There's a right hand. It's all offense, all the time. Nice exchange here from both men. Right punch. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Johnny, I love watching these lighter fighters just based on the hand speed and the foot movement. So impressive to watch.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Nice counter punch. It doesn't always pay to be first. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the...
The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
That punch scores. Nice punch. Oh, what a punch! Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered. These two fighters are made for one another. Heavy punches send Vasily Lomachenko down. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Lomachenko in trouble. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
Back at it in round 4. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Good counter punching. He got out of the way there. What's the referee thinking right now? Big shot, and down goes Garcia. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change it? It's a perfect start.
Good counterpunching for both these athletes. And this is a you hit me hard, it's all offense all the time. And the kid goes down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion. At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it as they were dropped twice in the last round.
There's always a way back. Don't ever round anybody off.
On to the 5th we go. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not down twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Hey, those punches add up. So that left lands. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He gets out of the way of that left hand.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter.
Oh, I heard that, never by saw it.
Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. And there's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Another scoring shot there. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want, because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way, and they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Good counter right-handed kick. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. These punches coming from every angle. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. That left shot lands. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ryan. Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome to the WBC Arena. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Here he comes, Deontay Wilder, 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach. He'll square off against Tyson Fury. He stands an imposing 6'9" tall with a reach of 85 inches.
You've got power, you've got size. It's like somebody blocked the sun out. Then you've got someone that's shorter, that's lighter, that's smaller. They've got to move, they've got to use their speed. Depend on their boxing skills. If you can do that, if you can outbox them, you can beat anybody that's in front of you. Got to be smart, got to be sharp, got to stay on your toes.
Deontay Wilder, he is the Bronze Bomber. Only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
Wow, someone's been really generous here, giving away a lot of weight.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, known as the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
Listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
Well, it is go time, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see there is not a seat to be had for this very close matchup. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They're both trying for a knockout. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. One of the legendary rivalries in heavyweight boxing history is revived in this one. Wilder versus Fury again.
Warfare is so important in boxing. And Tyson Fury is a modern-day warmonger. He knows how to get in your head before you've even stepped in the ring, before you've even laced up the gloves, before you've even got in the dressing room. Tyson Fury knows what to do to get under your skin. He'll make you hate him, love him, dream about him. So then your life is his life. He's got your number. He's brilliant at it. And you saw how he did it to Wilder, not in fight 1, fight 2, and fight 3. And the same thing's happening all over again. Will Wilder ever know? Will he ever learn his lesson? I believe not. Because Tyson Fury, that's what he do.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them. More than happy.
Trying to answer back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
The referee calling for seconds out, right back into the action. Here we go for round 2. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. That one will count. Nice counter shot. That left counter punch will score. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
That left counter was perfectly timed. He's going to keep his elbows tucked into the chest so he can avoid the pain of those body shots. But come on, that leaves more opportunities for headshots. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A perfect counter shot. Fantastic punch. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. And he misses with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Good round. Good round. I like that. Fantastic. Close match.
And that'll do it for the minute break as we get set to get back in the action. The bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. We'll keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Tactics out of the window. These guys just want to brawl.
There's a counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching every move, every twitch.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. There's a scoring blow. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round.
Come on.
I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Time winding down as we get set for another round. Here we go to the fourth round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. These punches coming from every angle. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you and push his own weight on him.
They score again with the left hand. He missed with that jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Let's see if these two heavyweights decide to exchange bombs early or decide to box a little bit.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout, because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime. You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action. Back into the fray here in round 5. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Catch and shoot. And he just missed with that left jab. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He just misses with that big right hand. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Nice shot with the left. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Go out there and finish it. Body in it, be smart, change your angle. Go out there and finish it. He's ready.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. This is the beginning of round 6. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He gets out of the way of that left hand. Good counter right hand again. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Just gets out of the way of that left hand. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
No stamina, no injury, but still throwing punches. He got out of the way of that right hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Like that.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action. Round 7, here we go. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Right punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He threw the hook, didn't land. And he fails to score with that left hook. He misses with that jab. That left hand misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
He's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up for it. Body in there. Be smart. Change your angle. Go out there and finish him. He's ready.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. And there's the bell to start round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to...
And down goes Wilder! And look at that shot to the head, and there's no way they were going to stand up to that one. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. Beautiful counter shot. Why aren't they defending? Lands with the right counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Good counter punching from both these fighters. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Both men getting off the canvas in that incredible round.
Absolutely crazy.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt. He's ready to go.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. And there's the bell for round 9. Both fighters knocked down in the last round. What do we have in store for us in this one?
2 knockdowns in the same round to both fighters. How is this going to work? But you know what? The one that was knocked down earlier, he's the one that's got more time to recover.
And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He misses with that jab. That counter shot lands. He parries away that left hook. No rest for the weary. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wilder in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
You know, you've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Right. It's so important now in the first minute of this next round. Get on top of it.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. And here comes the 10th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off.
They're in trouble. And down goes Deontay. Let's watch this again. He set it up perfectly and knocked him down.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. Good counter punch. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer. The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
And these shots, even if they land, are going to do no damage. And he just misses with that jab.